Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm looking at the Black Jacket class. I had a request on YouTube from someone to take a look at if it works for a character to have 4 sets of pistols and blunderbusses to be able to quickly cycle between those pistols, like just fire, put them away, pull out new pistols, fire, rinse and repeat, like a gunslinger build. So I thought I would test it out. And what I've done with this character is, this is a Black Jacket, which starts with an extra weapon set, so she can get 4 altogether, and has a reduced recovery time penalty when she switches weapons, so she can, pull her new weapons out quicker. This is actually a subclass I've never paid much attention to, but the idea behind it is solid. You get like an extra proficiency. So she starts with like 3 proficiencies, and by level 8 has had 5 total proficiencies, which I grabbed arquebus, blunderbuss, dagger, pistol, quarterstaff, and you start with unarmed because everyone has unarmed proficiency. That's a lot of weapon types you can be having. I just grabbed some at random towards the end there, but you could really build a character, a fighter in particular, who has things like weapon specialization, extra damage with proficient weapons. And if you find yourself fighting an enemy who's just resilient to your attacks, basically with the Black Jacket, for no penalty, you switch right over to another weapon set that is effective. The problem with Black Jackets is they lose constant recovery, which is the fighter innate ability to regenerate health slowly but consistently, and it can be upgraded unless you're a Black Jacket. It's a pretty big malus. But for purposes of testing, what I've done here is I've given her, let's see here, where's my skills? Black Jacket, gave her knockdown, gave her the stances, and I upgraded Conqueror stance, which I'll show you in a moment. She's got Discipline Strikes, which is upgraded from the Strikes ability from level 1. Mule Kick. She can Quick Switch, which is a 4th level fighter ability that gives her access at level 7. That gives her ability to have an even more reduced recovery time when she swaps weapons, which is basically at this point no reduction in recovery time, near as I can tell. -1 second from Black Jacket, and -1.5 from recovery, so -2.5. I don't know what that starts at. 3 maybe? 2? I'm not even sure. So let's take a look at how this works in practice. By the way, I did pick up this cool little eye patch for her, which is an extra range accuracy and minus reload time. So let's not forget that when you're building these things, the full game will have many different items and tools at your disposal. But for these purposes, we're just going to try shooting. Okay, here we go. She's right there. So let's go to the Conqueror stance, which is going to give her extra accuracy. And actually, because of her Conqueror stance, when she's above 50% of her health, or above, 50%, she gets +5 more accuracy for +10 accuracy. And then when she gets bloodied, she actually gains +5 deflection and goes to +5 accuracy. Kind of a cool stance. I like it, so I pick it a lot. Alright, here we go. I do want to trigger my Discipline Strikes. It's going to give her Intuitive, which is going to be Aware, or it's going to be +5 Perception and convert grazes to hits and hits to crits. Alright, she's going to do it already on her own. Boom. Boom. Alright, let's switch to another weapon set and attack. There we go. And there we go, doing pretty good damage there. Let's do it again. Alright, and the blunderbuss is going to hit very hard because it's in very close range. That's a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. So, if I would have had just blunderbusses, this thing would have been actually killed. So let's watch the reload time. It's not too bad. And then she reloads because even though she's wearing light armor, she has leather armor on. Boom, dead. There you go. So that's that. And in a full game, you'd have yourself a whole party backing you up. So this is a pretty viable build, I feel like. I didn't even use knockdown. In fact, let's just reload the game real quick. Because I am curious what would have happened if I would have had like an extra, let's say most of my weapons were actually blunderbusses. So let's give us 2 more on blunderbusses. By the way, I don't recommend this for like, the real game. That's no fun. Cheating is not good unless you're testing. Is my feelings on that. Alright, so we're going to be blunderbusses. We're going to have a pistol to start with because it's longer range. But then once the enemy gets close to me, and this only works in this one specific thing, obviously in the full version of the game, if you're playing a blackjack at Gunslinger, you probably want to have, probably a better mix, let's say. But for testing purposes, this will be fine, I think.
Not a problem.
Alright, let's get over here and find this thing. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, well, she's already going to attack, and she already has, I mean, her accuracy is really crazy, 71. I mean, she's level 9. I did level her to level 9, so that's going to help a lot. And she has +5 from the eye patch and +8 because they're exceptional pistols. And her perception is jacked up very high. Her stats are maximum dexterity, maximum perception when I began the game. So that's, one of those things. Alright, and so we are shooting. Oh, I can't use knockdown. It's for melee weapons. Well, that's fine. What would this do? Reload time would go down. Okay. There we go. And swap. One more time. Alright. Oh, so close to death. Look how much damage we're doing here. And the intuitiveness upgraded us to crits a bunch of times because each of these individual blunderbuss attacks are getting their own attack roll, which I find very interesting. Look at all these times intuitive or confident aim, which is a passive I picked, upgraded us from, a graze to a hit, or from a hit to a crit. That adds up very quickly. So, yeah, this seems very viable. Oh, I didn't even have the right stance equipped. So, yeah, anyway, I hope that was a helpful look for the person that asked. I actually have gained a lot of respect for the Black Jacket class now that I think about it. So, yeah, well, thanks for watching. If you guys have any other questions, let me know.